Have you ever found yourself thinking, why do I always end up with people who don't really know how to love me? Or worse, why do I run when someone actually treats me well? Might feel like bad luck, like life keeps throwing the wrong people your way. But what if it's not about luck at all? What if it's a pattern? One you didn't create as an adult, but one that started way back in your childhood. In the way you learned to feel safe or rejected. Today you call it love. But it might just be your attachment system trying to repeat itself. In this video, we're going deep into how your attachment style, whether it's anxious, avoidant, disorganized, or secure, has been shaping your love life without you even noticing. And more importantly, how to break free from the emotional loop that keeps you stuck. If you're tired of self-sabotaging, if you keep picking the same type of emotionally unavailable partner, or if you just want to finally build something healthy, stick around. This could completely change the way you connect with others and with yourself. Let's start at the beginning. There's one core need every human being is wired for: connection. From the moment we're born, we look for emotional safety. When a baby cries, they're not just hungry or uncomfortable. They're reaching out, looking for comfort. They want to be held in a way that says, without words, "I'm here for you." The way a caregiver responds, especially in those early formative years, teaches the baby something crucial. Is the world a safe place or not? If the care is consistent, warm, and predictable, that baby starts building an inner sense of security. But if the care is inconsistent, cold, or confusing, the brain starts learning something very different. That love is something that hurts, disappears, or demands too much. This is the foundation of attachment theory, first developed by John Bowlby. It explains how the way we were cared for as kids directly shapes how we show up in relationships as adults. It's not about blame, it's about awareness. Most of us are running on an old emotional script, and we don't even realize it's there. There are 4 main attachment styles, and understanding yours is like finding a map to your emotional GPS. First, the secure attachment. People with this style received steady, responsive care in childhood. They learned that they can trust others without losing themselves. They're capable of deep emotional intimacy, but they also know how to hold their own space. They don't fear being alone, nor do they fear closeness. Then there's the anxious attachment. This one comes from inconsistent care. Sometimes love was there, sometimes it wasn't. That unpredictability wires the brain for hypervigilance. As adults, these people often fear abandonment. They confuse intensity with love. If their partner doesn't text back fast enough, their mind spirals. They need constant reassurance, because deep down they don't feel worthy. The avoidant attachment style usually comes from environments where emotions weren't welcome. Instead of nurturing, they got criticism. Instead of emotional validation, they got silence. So now, as adults, they fear intimacy. They crave connection, but the moment things get too close, they pull away. They say they need space, but really, they're scared of getting hurt. And finally, the most turbulent style, disorganized attachment. This usually stems from deep trauma, abandonment, neglect, or abuse. These individuals desperately want love, but don't feel safe in it. They get close and then push away. They love and reject at the same time. It's a constant battle between desire and fear. It's chaotic, unpredictable, and exhausting. Let's make this real for a second. I want you to answer a few quick questions in your mind. When someone pulls away from you, how do you feel? Relieved? Panic? Numb? Do you tend to dive into relationships head first? Or do you keep a cautious distance? Do you constantly feel like you have to prove yourself to be loved? Or struggle to trust people's intentions? These answers can reveal more about your attachment style than any quiz ever could. And if something I said hit home, leave a comment. You might find out you're not the only one feeling this way. And that realization alone can be powerful. To make this even clearer, let me tell you a story. Meet Julia. She's 28, and over the last 5 years, she's had 3 serious relationships. They all started the same way: electric, passionate, exciting, butterflies. And they all ended the same way. Julia felt like she was giving everything and still wasn't enough. Her partners grew distant. Or worse, made her feel like she was too much. First, she blamed them. But after a while, a pattern started to emerge. She kept choosing emotionally unavailable people. And when they didn't meet her expectations, she panicked. Long texts, desperation, anxiety, and then abandonment, over and over, like a broken record. Until one day, Julia started looking backward. She remembered how, growing up, her dad was loving, but would disappear for days at a time. Her mom was physically present, but emotionally unstable. Julia never knew what to expect. And that's how her brain learned that love equals anxiety. She didn't consciously realize it, but she brought that wiring into every relationship. It was like her past was sitting in the passenger seat, driving her love life. And maybe that's what's happening to you too. Because here's the hard truth. Your brain doesn't seek what's healthy. It seeks what's familiar. Even if it hurts, even if it slowly breaks you. It's like some part of you says, "At least I know this pain." You fall into an invisible cycle. You feel lonely, reach for someone to fill the void, get attached too quickly, place them on a pedestal, get disappointed, and then do it all over again. Or on the flip side, you run before anyone can get close enough to hurt you. You push away the good ones because they seem boring. But real love might just feel boring at first because you've only ever known chaos. What feels calm might actually be safety. And if peace feels strange, it's probably because no one ever taught you that love isn't supposed to feel like survival. This isn't your fault. It's a reflection of old wounds that never fully healed. But here's the best part. Your attachment style is not your fate. It's an emotional blueprint. And blueprints can be rewritten. The first step is emotional awareness. Start observing your patterns. What triggers you? When do you feel anxious? When do you want to pull away? Then name the feeling. When you can name it, you can tame it. Journaling, therapy, honest conversations. These are tools that help you unlearn the past and build something new. And most of all, begin choosing relationships that feel safe. Sometimes we chase intense chemistry without realizing. What heals us isn't intensity. It's consistency. Julia learned that when she met someone kind, emotionally available, and present, at first she thought it felt boring. No butterflies, no drama. But with time she realized that feeling was peace. She didn't have to chase it. She didn't have to beg. She could just be loved. So now I want to hear from you. What part of this journey hit the hardest? Do you see yourself in any of these attachment styles? Drop a comment. Share this with someone who keeps repeating the same relationship cycle. You're not alone in this. Your attachment style explains a lot, but it doesn't define who you're becoming. Once you understand your wounds, you begin to heal the way you love. And that changes everything. Because real love starts with the relationship you have with yourself. And today might be the beginning of that transformation.